Hey, my sweet Summer Walker. We gotta talk for a minute, sis. Y'all already know what time it is. I got the black V-neck on. So what's going on, you all? The girls are online and they are giving it to my fave, Miss Summer Walker. And honestly, I'm gonna be honest, I don't have any faves. I've told you all that several times, but I tend to have some type of grace or something. I have some type of want for Summer Walker. I just want more for her, and I like her. So recently, Summer Walker posted on Instagram that she was a little bit upset. Sis was mad. She had just left the LA flight, and apparently somebody, stole her laptop. So she had this to say: "Whoever stole my laptop off the LA flight last night can suck a fat, stinking, uncircumcised, HIV-infested dick." Oh my God! I'm looking at it like, Summer, why would you post that? And before we get started to this video, I want to let you all know that I am a person living with HIV. So yes, this type of rhetoric does hurt me. It creates stigma. And using stuff like this, language like this, hurts people who are living with HIV, and it hurts us, period. HIV does not have a look. HIV is not this or that. It's not queer. It's not gay. It's not none of these things. We all need to be fighting against HIV. Like, we all need to be working towards that. And the stigma is what is out here killing us, because saying things like this make people not interested, even go and get tested for it, because if they know about it, they find out they're positive, they know they have to deal with the stigma of it. So it's better to just not know. And these are the things, these are realizations that we, go through. As a person who is positive, I know this from experience. I know this from talking to other people who have became positive and who have been positive for years. So now, why am I not necessarily interested in punching down on Summer Walker? I want to stay on message. I want to talk about the stigma that she perpetuated with this post on Instagram, talking about her charts and talking about her body and her hygiene and her social anxiety. That doesn't do anything. We need to stay on topic. Like, yeah, it's cute to give a couple of cute reads on Twitter and posts and stuff and talking about stuff. Well, I had no reservations for her anyway, and I didn't like her, and and the social anxiety stuff is just like, stay on brand, stay on message. Y'all talk about brands all the time. Just stay on brand and stay on message, okay? But this thing, yes, this was trash. What Summer Walker posted was garbage. It was very hurtful. It was insensitive. It was all of these things. And Summer Walker is not the only person to say these things. I see tweets like this all the time on social media. Now, with Summer Walker is different because she has a bigger platform, and a lot of people, she has some people who are living with HIV who listen to her music like myself, and one is just dead wrong. But I'm gonna back and I want to get y'all attention a little bit, because I remember a couple of months ago another artist made something similar, not the same thing, but it was a video. They had wished that someone's mother catch AIDS.
Suck my whole suck a I hope your mom catch AIDS.
And what's funny is I talked about this on Twitter, and even me quoting what they said in their video, what Cardi B said in her video, Twitter immediately suspended my account. When I quoted what Cardi B said in her Instagram Live in her response to Access Hollywood, Twitter took that tweet and immediately suspended my account. I had to do a whole appeal process and everything to even get it back up. I said, girl, this is me using, I'm quoting what she said. So even Twitter saying, girl, this is trash. But a lot of people did not give Cardi B the same energy. They did not give the same stuff. They were not mad with her. It was like, well, you know what? I ain't gonna say nothing because I'm gonna have to call my fave out. And I'm gonna say something, but it's just a little bit, just to let know I'm not here for it. But I'm not interested in people picking and choosing when they want to be advocates, when they want to call out stuff, when it's important to them. So with that being said, the little inkling that I have for Summer Walker, the little energy that I have of wanting to see her grow, I'm going to use that in this moment. I don't think that Summer Walker is a bad person. I think she's a different person. I think her energy is really sweet, and I would love to meet her one day. So I'm interested, as a person who is living with HIV, calling her in to speak to her about that. I'm not interested in saying, girl, that's not why you're not charting. That's why you ain't gonna be talked about 5 years from. I'm not interested in that, because that's not the conversation. The conversation is HIV stigma. That's what it is. That's what it is. I'm not interested in dragging her and talking about she can be talented and trash at the same time. Both things can exist. Like, I'm tired of people seeming to think that, oh, since you're going to be trash, you're going to be unsuccessful. No, there are people who are very successful and very trash. They exist, and the more we think about that a person can be talented and have trash politics, the more we can take away from, oh, when a person does wrong, wrong will come back to them. No, that's not. Folks out here doing wrong all the time, out here doing all type of trash stuff to people, and still out here getting rewards and financial gain and all of that. That doesn't make them a good person. So stay away from that conversation. I'm also irritated and I'm tired of the grace and the mercy that is extended to certain individuals like your Cardi B, who made a comment like that similar on Instagram, an Instagram live where she posted it. And a lot of people had all these excuses for what Cardi B said and all of these things. They didn't want to say anything, and Cardi B even said she was not apologizing for it. Cardi B said she was not apologizing. She said she was tired, apologizing for things which means that she understood what she said was wrong, but she's not going to talk about it anymore. So I'm not interested in seeing these same people who y'all are not interested in eradicating HIV stigma. You're using the backlash of this to be able to attack somebody you don't like. And you're not going to live, you're not going to sit up here and take a disease that I have, a virus that I have, to use it to some type of attack on somebody else. You're not going to do that. You're not going to do that. I'm not going to sit around for that. You're not going to sit here and use something that I deal with to attack somebody else. Oh, well, girl, you should be upset. Yes, I am upset about it, but I see it all the time to the point I'm not even bothered. Like, even Nicki Minaj fans have wished me dying of AIDS and all these. Girl, HIV jokes don't bother me. Does that mean that it doesn't bother other folks? But I understand where it comes from, because I understand the stigma that has people making jokes like this. To the response that, oh, people only care about HIV until it's with them. Girl, I was out here advocating for the eradication of HIV stigma before I even came out as positive. Period. You better check my credentials. So I don't know what it is about these HIV advocates and these folks who out here now, well, y'all only care about when y'all found out y'all positive. Some of y'all only care about fat phobia until it started being some shit that talked about even more. And you still don't understand the shit. So let me back, because now I'm getting a little crump. Most definitely the post that Summer Walker posted on Instagram story was trash. It was trash, Summer. You can't be out here upset someone's stealing your, girl, you got plenty of money. I know you probably got some stuff on there, on your laptop or whatever, that you probably can't get back or whatever. But sis, you losing something and you being inconvenienced in that moment does not mean that you need to punch down on me and people like myself and people who are living with HIV. It is wrong. HIV affects all of us. All of us has a loved one that is living with HIV, and probably we don't know it because stuff like this, when you post stuff like this, people don't feel comfortable sharing their status. I'm gonna tell you how HIV stigma works. You sharing these jokes and you laughing at HIV jokes and all of this stuff, and you don't think nothing was wrong with it, then you wonder why some random guy that you went on a date with is not interested in talking to you 2 weeks from now because they've seen you share stuff like this. So it's like, when I found out I was positive and I was dating, I was terrified of letting a person know when I was positive. I'm scared, like, do I tell them in the beginning? Do I tell them on the second or third day? Do I tell them in the end? When do I tell them? Because I don't want to tell them in the beginning and then they turn around and they didn't get a chance to look at me because all they see is HIV, so they're like, oh girl, I don't want to be a part of this. And I don't want to necessarily wait to the middle because it's like, what you gonna tell me? What you gonna tell me? What you ever gonna tell me? What's gonna happen if we had sex? What you gonna tell me? No, sis, it's not my job to disclose my status to you. I know some of y'all don't like that politics, but it's not my job. It's your responsibility to take ownership in your health, your sexual health. It's nobody else's job. So that means you should have been doing the work. And when you engage in sex, it's always risky, whether you were in a condom or not a condom. Anytime you're engaged in any sexual activity, it's always a risk. Always a risk. So this is how stigma and stuff hurts people. It ain't doing nothing for nobody, because you have some folks who just ain't gonna say nothing. They just not gonna say anything because you've already let them know that you got stigma in them, so they, one, probably don't want to date you. Two, they probably are, they're just not gonna say anything, and it's just like it's not helping us. Like people don't even feel comfortable going to get tested because they don't want to find out that they are living with HIV or HIV positive. And we need people to get tested. We need people to know their status, and it doesn't matter if you are positive or negative. If you are negative, we want to keep you negative. If you are positive, we want to keep you healthy. And if you become positive, we want to get you into treatment so we can get you where you need to be at. That's what it is. But we can't get to that because there's this barrier of stigma blocking folks from getting into care. Because of posting stuff like this, what Summer Walker posted. The same thing with Cardi B, some here making a joke in 2019 and talking about, I hope you catch AIDS. You don't even catch AIDS, you catch HIV first, and then you transition to AIDS depending on your numbers and stuff. So y'all making jokes about stuff that you don't even understand. And then you act like, oh, well, you said it, like nobody can hold you accountable after you've said it, but you brought it to us. So now we're having a conversation about it. So I know this video is all over the place. I'm all over the place because I'm extremely irritated at so many things that have been said from Cardi B, getting away from what she said, because y'all act like Cardi B gets it the most. She don't get it the most. And I'm going to bring her up because she posted something on Instagram. She did a whole live video being disrespectful to people who are living with HIV, people who are living with AIDS. She said that and made a joke about it. Well, she didn't make a joke about it. She said it as with a negative connotation, like, I hope you catch it. So yes, I'm gonna bring it up because I've seen Cardi B say stuff so much, and I don't care what y'all say. She still gets deals, she still gets endorsements, she gets all of these things with still being trash and saying stuff. She ain't saying nothing in a minute, but I'm still holding that. So don't be out here trying to counsel Summer Walker because you didn't care about her. Y'all were joking about, as soon as this stuff happened, you start talking about, well, social anxiety ain't real, and you turn sexist real quick. You start critiquing her hygiene. Well, she don't take no baths anyway. You start talking about, well, she worshiping witches and stuff, and she do all that. It wasn't even about HIV anymore because you don't care about the stigma. Like I said, you just don't like Summer Walker. We don't like Summer Walker for whatever reason. If she's a woman that just don't care, she's an artist that just doesn't care. She's gonna do whatever she wants to. She's over it. Y'all don't like it. Y'all want somebody to perform for y'all. Y'all want y'all to tap dance and do and be able to perform. If you don't want to go to a concert, you don't want to see her twirl on the pole and be bored, then leave her. Don't go. Don't support. But don't sit here and come and tell me that you care about HIV stigma, you care about her saying something about some people living with uncircumcised penises and making jokes about that, when your fave has been doing that too, and you have not held that same energy for them. So you're not going to take this virus and use it as a form of an attack to make me hate somebody when y'all been giving grace and mercy every goddamn Sunday with Cardi B. We ain't doing that. So move on. Yes, we can most definitely call in Summer Walker for her trash posts on Instagram. We can also say, I don't feel like supporting her no more. And you can take your money away. But don't be out here acting like you care about HIV stigma now that somebody that you don't like has said it and said some trash stuff, but when your other person said something, you had nothing to say. So I honestly suggest you just keep your mouth closed and put your Twitter fingers down and don't say anything because you didn't care in that moment and you seem to care in this moment. It's confusing. I don't know what your politic is. Do you care or you don't care? Or it depends on who it is. And I see that over and over again on people on social media who care about stuff when it's somebody who they don't really care about. But when it's their fave, they extend all this grace and they don't have anything to say, well, this is the reason why. Other than this, that's their fave. So that's my thoughts on it. That's all I got to say, girl. Y'all tell me how y'all feel about it. I know this video is going to probably irritate a couple of folks, but it needs to be said, honey. Let me know how you feel about it in the comments, and I'll talk y'all later on tonight. Bye.